2024 has been an absolutely amazing year for me. I would like to share with you today that I am celebrating a year working for the NHS as a healthcare assistant. Guys, what a milestone for me personally and in every other way that you can think of. And obviously throughout the year we've been sharing on why one of the reasons. There's so many reasons why one needs to join the NHS. If you are a migrant like myself and you're a family person or you've got children, definitely it is the place to be. Why do I say that? I always talk about career progression. I always talk about work-life balance, and I always talk about stability, and which is a topical issue if you're a migrant, and we cannot run away from it. It's a fact. And the NHS for me has provided all the answers, has ticked all the boxes. And I think it's ideal that today we mention some of those milestones, some of those achievements that I have actually seen, some of the reasons, all the more reasons why, if you see anybody who is struggling and they're healthcare or they're in healthcare, whatever profession that they do, for as long as they're in healthcare, or even they're doing domestics, housekeeping, estates, maintenance, and things like that, I think the NHS is the place to be. And guys, I'm so excited because today I'm sharing. It's the beginning of the year, I know, but I've come across about 3 trusts which I hold recruitment events this January. So January of 2025, they have got recruitment events going on. And guys, I'm going to be sharing with you what they are about and what is it that you can do for you to get yourself a front row seat into getting employed, and most excitingly, probably get sponsorship and enjoy all the things that I've said. Guys, a big welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florence, and if you're watching me for the first time, guys, please do subscribe, show us support, show us love, put in the comments anything that you want to see from us, any videos that you want to see in the future. Put it in the comments. Let us know where you are watching us from, where you're supporting us from, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when we put out any new videos, because we do upload on a nearly daily basis when we have time. So guys, without wasting much of your time, I'll get straight into it, and I'll also put the links to these opportunities in the description box and in the comments as well, so do check them out. The first one that I want to talk about is the South London Maudsley NHS Trust Foundation. This is in central London, guys, and they have got a centralized healthcare support worker recruitment event going on the 30th of January. This will be a Thursday this year, 2025. So this is a specialist unit service which specializes in eating order, mother and baby unit, and also adult services. Guys, this recruitment event is for healthcare assistants or support workers. The beauty of it is that they are recruiting on a permanent basis, so it's not a bank recruitment event. I know I've shared before how I got into the NHS, which was through a bank recruitment event, and then later on I went on to apply for a more permanent position. Guys, do stay tuned because we're going to share tips on how to approach the recruitment event, the interview process, and the engagement process. I'm going to share the tips, so do stay tuned and watch until the end. So this hospital is offering 2 options for this recruitment event. Suppose you're starting off in care, probably you're a dependent, you don't have much experience in your starting off. They've got options, they've got opportunities for band 2 healthcare assistants, so all you need is just the bare minimum. But if you've got experience, if you've got your NVQs, I know on this platform we do have nurses who came from abroad. They haven't done their OSCE, they haven't done their CBT and things like that. They haven't fully finished all the onboarding process, and you live near central London or around those areas, or you're open to relocation, then this could be for you. Why? Because they've got an option for band 3 if you've got experience, if you've got your NVQs, and if you've got any form of qualification and you want to join on this recruitment event, then this is the place to be. So what you need to do is, I'll put the links in the description as well. So what you're going to do is you click on the link that I'll put in, and then you can make your application there, and then you'll be invited to a recruitment event. And obviously I wouldn't want to speak for them, guys. Disclaimer, I'm not a representative of any NHS trust or anything, but I'm just somebody who has seen value, certification, and growth from the time I joined the NHS. And I do love to share opportunities when I see them, and I do love to share verified, legit links verified, legit information about recruitment, because I know there are unscrupulous people out there. We're there to fleece people of their hard-earned cash, and we are trying by all means to bring about legit stuff. So that's the first one that I was sharing on there. I've shared in my previous videos, which you can go and watch on the channel, of how when I got into how I attended the recruitment event and how the recruitment event was being ran, how the interviews went on. So this can differ from event to event, but there's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing. I know, I'll say this, because I do work for the NHS, this time of the year, this season, winter season, is one of the seasons in which really the NHS does struggle because of sickness among staff, even in the community also, because it's winter, flu and all things are going on. So just know, rest assured, the NHS will be recruiting and is going to be recruiting. Also, one of the things that I want to mention before I go to the second trust, which is recruiting, is the fact that the first half of the year is the most important in the NHS in terms of recruitment. So many recruitment events are going to be coming up. All the more reasons why you need to stay on this channel, guys, because I do remember I missed one recruitment event with the trust that I work for, which was held in March, and I'm sure I'm going to be chasing this up. I'm going to speak to them nicely and find out in as much as I can if they've got any upcoming recruitment events, so that I share with you, my people, I share with you, our viewers and subscribers, so that you do all the things that you have to do to prepare. So guys, the second trust, which has got a recruitment event this January, is the Nottinghamshire Healthcare NHS Trust Foundation. Guys, they've got a recruitment event for health visitors and schooling nurses. So this is more qualified, more competent, but you can go on the link or you can go on their website and find out if they are open to recruiting healthcare assistants. You could be having your NVQ, you could be having maybe your nursing qualification or your health visitor qualification. This one is for you. The recruitment event is on the 23rd of January 2025. Another opportunity that is exciting for us, exciting for those who are thinking career progression, work-life balance, job security. Then that's the place to be. So the same thing, you go on their website, on the link that I'll share with you in the description, you click on that and you make your application if you live around there or you're open to relocation. The third opportunity, guys, that I want to share with you before I go into the tips and other success hacks that you can just use when you're applying. So it's the Oxford University Hospital NHS Foundation. I'm excited for this one because this opportunity is offering a variety of opportunities, from nursing, from healthcare assistance to estates and facilities. Why am I excited about this one? Other people could say, I'm a dependent and I just got to the UK. What is it that I can do? How can I join the NHS? Estates and facilities is another beautiful opportunity for you to join in the NHS, and it even pays much more. So we are not entirely saying everybody should be a healthcare assistant. It might not be for you, but there is another opportunity. Why do I love it? I've always shared this and I'll continue to share it, that I've got an engineering background, which I love so much, which molded me to be the person that I am today. And I do feel there are so many people who've got that background who came to the country either as dependents or anything. This opportunity is for you. If you live anywhere near Oxfordshire University Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, then this opportunity is for you. Go on their website, go on the link that we'll share in the description, and find out as much as you can for yourself what you need to do, what you need to submit. And I know for this one, for a fact, they actually stated that you need to bring your certificates and everything, which I would do for any recruitment event. If I'm going to any recruitment event, I'll bring along my certificates, I'll bring along my BRP. I know we've got electronic, but I don't know, I would still carry my BRP if I still have it. Any form of identification, carry your passport with you if you're from abroad, so that you just never know what will happen on there. And another thing that I want to emphasize is the fact that you need to prepare for these opportunities. Prepare in terms of your interview skills. I've shared some interview tips on this channel as well. You can go on and watch one of our videos where we shared all the interview tips that I do believe could increase your chances of getting employed. While we're speaking on interview tips and everything, I know a lot of you are going to ask and say, do they offer sponsorship? Are they sponsoring? Guys, you can never know whether or not they are sponsoring at that point in time until you get to actually speak to them. So I encourage people to actually just apply and just go, just show up. Also, I've shared this of how I joined, how I did it. On the vacancies, they didn't stay really whether or not they were recruiting with sponsorship. But as you all know, nearly, if not every NHS trust has got a sponsor license. So depending on whether or not they liked you, whether or not you stood out in the interview process, or whether or not things could change even whilst you're there or whilst you are being interviewed, things could change, or best maybe on your performance as a group or on the performance of the whole event. So you just never know. So I would encourage, if you're looking for sponsorship, if you're looking for a switch, then show up, go there and do your best. This brings me to one of the most important things that I always mention to people, and I know I've become unpopular for saying this. I've been asked several times, should I ask whether or not they have sponsorship? If it were me, I would not ask. I've been to places, I've been to interviews, and I've always tried to avoid that question. Unless you are asked directly, do you require sponsorship? Then there are means and ways in which you can skirt about it and answer it in a wise, diplomatic way. Why do I say that? I do believe if I were a recruiter, this is me, guys, I'm not a representative of anybody, I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody. So if I were a recruiter and somebody straight away just ask, are you sponsoring? For me, you would come across as somebody who is more concerned about sponsorship, about your welfare, you're more concerned about your well-being yourself. I'm not saying we shouldn't be, but then as a recruiter, I'm looking for somebody who would care for the business, who would care for the people that we serve. So it could be taken the wrong way, it could be taken the right way. I don't know. It's entirely up to you. Suppose you're asked directly, are you looking for sponsorship, or would you be interested in sponsorship? This is how I would answer, but I'm not saying it's the best. You could come up with a lot of ways to answer this one, but how I would answer it would be, of course, I am on a skilled worker visa. That's what brought me to the country, and I love what I do. And the reason why I chose to attend this recruitment event is the fact that I've gone through the trust values for this trust in particular, and I do relate with them, and I do relate with their values and everything that they stand for. And I think it will be a beautiful opportunity. It will be a beautiful experience altogether if I could get an opportunity to work for this trust in particular, all the more so on a permanent basis. And if you like, you can go on to mention specific values or specific benefits of working for that trust. I'll give you an example to say, and what stood out for me is the fact that this trust in particular is for career progression. It has got opportunities for learning, opportunities for growth and career progression, which is something that I'm very interested in, which is something that I love and value. So I mean, that's me. That's how I would answer that one if I'm asked directly. But if I'm not asked, I would not ask until the end. Maybe when I get an offer, when I get that call to say, oh, you've been successful, and then that's when I would ask, oh, I'm on a skilled worker visa, so I was wondering if I'll be issued a COS. Again, guys, nothing in life is guaranteed except for death. So why do I say that? It's because we could go to these recruitment events, we could do everything right, we could perform at our best, but then we end up not getting, and then they go like, oh, we're not sponsoring. Yes, you've been successful, you've done so well, and they like you, but they're not sponsoring. What is it that you do? Guys, if you live close to any of these areas, please do not decline that offer. There are options. This is what I would do. Suppose I'm told, oh, we're not sponsoring at the minute. I would go like, oh, is there an option for me to work part-time? Because my visa allows me to work for a different organization other than my employer. Remember, at the start of this video, we've mentioned the fact that the NHS is wanting people to work, is wanting kind, nice people to come and work for them. So you never know, they might say, oh, come on board and work part-time. I know people that work part-time, they don't work full-time for the NHS, they just work part-time. I will speak on the benefits. Please stay tuned and watch until the end. So Also, suppose they don't have that option, always try this one. Always have one up your sleeve. So this is what you can say to them. Oh, is there an option that I can join your bank team? And what I encourage you to do, if you're watching and you're interested, go on their website and search. Nearly every trust has got the bank team. So this bank team is like an alternative, like to an agency. So you don't work full time, you are not obliged or anything. You pick shifts as you go whenever you're available. So this could work for a lot of people. Why am I suggesting that we don't let this opportunity pass away? Whether if we can get sponsorship, that's good, that's great. If we can get part-time or bank, perfect still, because there are benefits to it. These are the benefits, guys. So what that means is you can access internal training, which will increase your chances of future employment with the NHS. So do not underestimate this one. And again, if you can't get in through all these ways, try to negotiate for volunteering, for the benefits that I'm talking about anyway. So that gives you an opportunity to learn, to access all the learning material, all the courses and everything internally without having to pay for those courses. Number 2, this increases your chance of future employment. Why do I say that? It's because there are some vacancies that come up and they are for internal applicants, people that already work for that trust in particular, or people that do work for the NHS in particular. So it gives you an edge, it gives you an advantage. Also, while it's still talking about advantages, when I do remember when I was applying, one of the questions on the application bit was that you work for any NHS trust. So if you've joined the NHS Trust on a bank or on volunteering or on part-time basis, what that means is you can actually say, yes, I do work for the trust, because you do work for it. And I do believe it just works to your advantage. I do believe if you do so, it gives you a bit of an advantage over somebody who's just coming from outside and they want the same opportunity as you. So you see why I'm for that. So those are some of the things that I think I wanted to share with you as far as these opportunities are concerned. And guys, before I end this video, I do want to encourage you to stay tuned on Indeed, job search engines, my people. Let's love and pursue information. All these opportunities are constantly coming up on Indeed, on all the search engines. Normalize doing that and do not give up on your NHS dream. Guys, it's a beautiful work environment. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's been a year that I've been in there, and guys, I do see light at the end of the tunnel. I do see a lot of things. Oh, before I go, this is the last one, guys, I do promise. One would ask, like, I don't have an NVQ, I don't have this and that, I don't have experience whatsoever. Guys, what I want to encourage you is these organizations do know that there are people who are just coming from whatever background or just coming from school and they want to start. So they do support you. You feel supported. They do take you through induction and shadowing and everything. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And one of the things that I want you to know is that healthcare opportunities to be an HCA or a support worker, these are entry-level jobs. So don't disqualify yourself already and say, I don't have full GSCEs, I don't have an NVQ 3 or 4 or 5. Just go to the event, just apply for that event and see what happens. And for those of you that I know people will be reaching out to me, you can DM me on my Facebook. Reach out to me, DM me, and I will respond to you. But one of the most frequently asked questions is the fact that, like, can I have your supporting statement? Guys, I'll answer this here to say, my supporting statement, the one that I used to apply for this job in particular, is not even, there. Why do I encourage people to watch these videos that I'm making now? It's because by virtue of me talking about these things every day, and because I now do work for the NHS, there are other things that I do see that I do believe could work in your favor. No wonder why I do stick and swear by the information that we're sharing, all the tips. And again, this is not to take away from the research and all the input that you as the individual applying has to put in. Guys, this year, I promise you, we are about opportunities. So do stay tuned on this platform and don't stop sharing. Keep sharing the handles to this channel so that others can know that this is the place to be when we talk relocation, when we talk information, when we talk opportunities, when we talk success in the diaspora. This is the place to be. Guys, that's all I had for you today, and I do wish you all the best throughout the year, and we continue to share as we go. So do stay tuned, and bye for now.